What up, my frag heads? It's your boy J Rock. Today I'm hitting you with another fragrance review, like we always do about this time. But before we get to that, I want to give a big ups to my boy Aussie Fragrance. Check out his channel. Very entertaining channel. He does fragrance reviews, but throws a little twist in there. He has a lot of humor. You know how to take a joke? Definitely check it out. Leave the link in the description down below, so you go ahead and check out his channel. He just hit 400 subscribers, I think like 2 days ago. So keep up the good work, man. He's actually the first person I really started chatting with on from the fragrance community. I met him on Jen Sen's Facebook group, and we started talking. He had just started a channel, and I was just about to start one. So it's really the first person I got to know and been chatting with him back and forth. So a very cool person. Definitely check it out. Now let's get to the. All right, today we're gonna be reviewing something from a niche house. Niches, they're a little more daring, higher quality, and so forth. Therefore, they're also more expensive and more unique type of sense, right? But the house of Mancera, we're gonna be reviewing Mancera Oud Blue Notes. Now, this price on this, it's not really a niche type of price. That's why I bought one of these. They're more affordable as far as niche goes. More of a high-end designer like your Pradas, your Giorgio Armani's. It's around that price range. Okay, first of all, let's start off with the presentation. There's the box. Oud Blue Notes. Oud it says. It has an A on the front. I guess just to be different. There's pretty plain box, nothing special. But the check out the bottle comes in this. So when you take it out, when you first this will come in here. This I thought was pretty cool, and it's not cheaply made. It's soft inside, and it's kind of like a leather feel on the outside. It closes. So when if you're not a collector, most people buy a fragrance, throw the box away, they just keep the bottle. So you would keep this and you put it in here, like when you're gonna go somewhere, you carry it in here, your backpack, your luggage, whatever, right? Depending on what situation you want it for. Like if I'm going to the gym, I mean, I haven't gone to the gym in a minute, but when I used to go out throw a fragrance in my backpack, I used to take a backpack to the gym so I could change my shirt after and apply something when I go back home. So, anyways, this is very nice. Each one comes with depending on the scent you buy. This will be a different color. The box will be a different color, but they will look the same, just different color palettes, if you will. So I thought this was a nice touch. This is the bottle itself. It's a 4.2 ounce, so it's a big boy. It's 125 mils. See it right there. Gorgeous presentation. I'm digging it. It has like a blue color that fades into like a green, then to a clear. As you could tell, I put a nice dent on it. That's how much I've used so far. Decent amount. I've been wearing it all week. And then on the bottom, you see it has the thick, sturdy glass here. They always should have a thick amount of glass on the bottom, just like your cups, because if it's too thin on the bottom, I mean, you slam it hard enough, it'll break. And when it's like this, it won't. Definitely has some weight to it. The top is twist off. So you gotta twist it off. It has the M for Mancera. It's like a metallic charcoal color. We'll get to the spray in a minute, but that's the atomizer and so forth. I'm really digging the presentation, guys. This definitely is a higher end presentation. It's a niche presentation, if you will. Uh, for me, that's a 10. This presentation is a 10, easy. So now let's get to the performance. Give you a little story real quick about how I do my reviews. I like to, when I buy a fragrance, I like to wear it for about a week straight, the same fragrance every day. So right now that it's spring, it's a perfect time because the weather's crazy. One day it can be hot, 100 degrees. The next day, 60 degrees and raining. So you get to check out the fragrance, how it holds up in different weathers and different uh, conditions, right? So this is perfect for that. Once summer comes in, every day's gonna be pretty much the same. So right now, you get a good variety with the ones I'm trying out in spring. And I also like to sometimes I throw on 4 spray, sometimes I throw on 7, just to kind of test it out with different sprays, see what I get from it, to get a better feel for the fragrance itself, how I like it at what type of conditions, right? So I'm gonna tell you my normal average apply is like about 5 sprays. Sometimes I go more. I rarely go less unless it's a real powerful fragrance, but usually it's around 5, sometimes 7, 8, depending. With this one, I went twice with like 7 sprays, and the rest of the time I went 5. I don't think I ever went like as low as 3 or 2 or anything like that. I usually kept it around that, and I can tell you it lasted a good 7 hours on my skin. 7 hours with a pretty good projection. It wasn't like, at least to me, I didn't feel it was like offensive or anything or too overpowering. I would smell it, and I was like, yeah, when I go like that, I can smell it, right? Even like as far as this, I could smell it like that. But I didn't think it felt too strong, but I thought I could smell it enough. Yeah, when I went to go, I was watching the Toronto Raptors versus Warriors. Rooting for the Raptors, guys. I don't hate the Warriors, but I like Cali, so I was going with him. They won, of course. So when I was there, I went to go meet up with some friends at a bar in downtown, and when I was over there, one of them tells me, "Oh, wow, that smells strong." But at that time, it had been already like 2 hours ago. I didn't smell it a lot. I didn't feel it smelled too strong. But right when I got there, he was like, "Oh, like that smells strong." So other people will smell it. I will smell it if I really look for it, if I could start going like that and smelling myself. But when I'm just doing my normal things, I'm not like catching whiffs of it. But other people around you are. It could have also depended because the weather in the projection, other people will smell it. You might not smell it as much, and then if it's a windier day, you will also smell it because it's coming back toward the scent when it's projecting out. Wind is sometimes coming back towards you, so you catching whiffs of it. And on a non-windy day, I didn't even notice. I'm not like paying attention to what I have on, but other people around you are still like, oh, it smells pretty strong. And I know it lasted a good 7 hours. When I was smelling like this at 7 hours, I had to get in a little closer, but it wasn't quite a skin scent. I didn't have to go like that. Like I could still smell it on me pretty good by the time I got back home. So the projection, the longevity, is pretty good. I'd give it about an 8. I thought it did what it had to do. Our drink of the day is Bud Light Clamato. They came out with some new flavors I wasn't aware of. This is the mango. They have mango, lime, and your regular Clamato. This one's obviously a little bit sweeter. Your regular one's a little bit spicier. Haven't tried the lime one, but obviously it's gonna be more like sour. Or we all know what lime tastes like. Okay, so anyway, this one's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm digging it, and I'm a fan of. I like mangoes in general, the flavor. Okay, so now let's get to the price. These go for anywhere from 100 to $125, 125 mils. Now for the projection you get, the performance, the presentation, what it comes in, and I think it's actually a pretty good price. Online you could find them for about 80, in between 80 and $100, depending on where you search. But yeah, I think for $80 for the performance you get and the amount of juice you get in the bottle, I think it's a really good price. I'm gonna hit the price with a 9. I think it's great, and it's a big enough bottle. It's gonna last you a cool minute. This is the most important part. Let's get to the scent. I'm gonna give you the notes. So you could get a rough idea of what it has and what it's supposed to smell like. Then I'm gonna get you what I get from it, what I smell. Okay, on the opening it has bergamot, it has patchouli, and it has green notes. It says on the mid note it says violet rose and iris, and then on the base leather, amber, and sandalwood, which are typical notes you get on a base, the notes that last longer. Now let's give it a spray, then I'll tell you what I get. And so we could check out the sprayer as well. It smells pretty smooth. It's not sharp. It doesn't, you don't get that strong alcohol blast in the opening like you do with some fragrances. It is an eau de parfum, so it's an EDP, so you shouldn't get that a sweet smell. What I get is like that hard candy. I don't know why this smell reminds me of hard candy. It reminds me of you know, like those lollipops that are that hard candy that's clear though, or Jolly Ranchers. Not necessarily the flavor, but just like the scent. Now it's been about 40 minutes, give or take. You see the scent going through its process and so forth. This definitely has depth to it. It does not stay the same. I wouldn't say this is linear. It definitely changes. Once it gets to the middle, you get a completely different smell. It's still sweet, like, but not like sweet like candy. It's more like, I would say, like I would classify it under floral, because what you get here is you get like a waxy violet, and you get like a iris too, but the iris is a little more lighter than the violet. Neither one really stands out as the main note, but I feel like the violet is a little stronger than the iris is. In it, they blend pretty well, so they it becomes its own different scent. So it doesn't smell neither like violet nor iris. And this isn't your like strong makeupy iris. This is like a masculine smelling iris. The violet as well. This is this is definitely a masculine fragrance. This is not for women. Did you just say that? Did you just gender label something? That's right, I did it and I said it. This is not for women. This is at least masculine hard. It definitely this, if you're a woman thinking about buying this, take my advice. You'll thank me later. Pass on this. This is not for you. This is maybe for your husband, your son, brother, whatever. This will not be for you. I know you say, oh, violet and iris, it's like a floral. It's not womanly though. Like when you mix those together, I'm just saying, like, if I really look for those are the two notes I can find. All these other notes, amber, leather, on and so forth, I really can't find those. And I've been like looking like that. Those are the only two notes I really kind of get, because they're the ones at the heart. So they're the ones that last for the majority of the wear. And that's after, like, you know, looking and stuff, and constantly smelling my arm, I can kind of get those two notes. But overall, it's blended pretty well. Where it's just gonna be its own scent. It's called Blue Notes. I definitely get that. If colors had a scent, blue would smell like this. I owned Perry Ellis 360 before. I liked it. I was a fan. That's the light green, kind of teal type color bottle. I was digging it. So then I got the 360 blue. I did not like it. I thought it was like a synthetic mess when I first applied it. Didn't like it. Kind of, I would say borderline hated it. Wore it a few more times. It grew on me a little, to the point where it's like, okay, I kind of think it's okay, but I never really fully loved it, or liked it. I was just like, it's okay, it's wearable. You know, I'm not like cringing when I wear it anymore, but it's still not a bottle I would rebuy. Upon my first impression of this one, I first tried it, it reminded me of that one. And I was like, oh man, I'm gonna hate this one because it reminds me of that fragrance, and I didn't really care for that one. As I wore it more and you kind of pay more attention, you see it changes, it has depth to it, doesn't stay the same, and it becomes something different. But overall, I still wasn't the biggest fan of it, to be honest with you. Um, can it be a signature scent? It can. You can wear it every day. I personally wouldn't wear this in the summer though, when it's real hot. I feel like it has the potential to become coin and to just smell bad in the heat. This perfect for spring, fall, your cooler, you know, in the 70s, 60s. Is it strong enough to hold up in winter? I don't know. Some people told me that it was pretty strong. My opinion, from what I seen, I don't know if it would hold up in the. I mean, in California, your winter that's like 60 degrees, 50, you'll be all right. But if you're like in Canada, New York, out there on the East Coast, I don't think this would hold up in that weather. I don't think it cut through the snow. So any age group, I think, can rock this. Teenager, like I said, I wore something similar in my early 20s. You know, any age group can wear this. It can be it can be mature, and it can also be like more fun, depending on your personality and the way you wear it. You know, I think it does have some versatility as far as all that goes, age groups and personalities and so forth. But for me, like I said, I don't think it's something I wasn't wowed by it. It's not something I was a big fan of. Scent wise, I give the scent maybe like a 7.5. somewhere around that ballpark out of 10. So overall, I did like the presentation. The price is good. Performance is good. So it just all depends if you like the scent. And you know, scent is subjective. We all have different tastes. So you might love it. Me personally, it wasn't really my bag. Overall, though, you do get your money's worth. So I am gonna give it like a 8 for all that stuff. Okay, that's all I got for you today. If you like what you saw, hit that like button. Also help support the channel by hitting that like button, guys. Look out for your boy right here. Okay, if you want to see more of the same, hit that subscribe button. You know, my new videos will come out on your feed every time my new videos uploaded. You want to get hardcore with it, go ahead and hit that notification bell. It will notify you under your messages every time a new video is uploaded by me. And I upload about one a week because I wear the fragrance a week, then I do a video on it. So it's always like about one a week. So keep a lookout for all that. Other than that, you know, thanks for taking your time to check out the video. I've tried this before. Let me know what you guys think about it. Am I being too harsh on it? Is it just me? Do I have poor taste? Yeah, so let me know anyways, and check you guys out next time.